Hello friends, Archangel with Crypto Angel here. I've been getting a lot of questions about the lesser known token pairs in the wolf paper. So that these are the Newborn Pup Pools of XFund, SNX, Meme, GRT, Duck, VXV, and Elon. So I just want to give a quick run through of what these tokens actually are. I may be off on some of these, so please wait for the wolf paper 2.1 to come out to make any purchasing decisions, but I'm 95% certain that I've got the right tokens. So with that, we'll run over here and look at some of these. Now, we all, or most of us, are aware of XFund and how that will be playing a role as the oracle for ShibaSwap. So I've also brought up the websites for each of these so you can see kind of what the use cases are for each of these. And I think that kind of gives us a clue that the other 6 tokens most likely have some sort of use case in ShibaSwap, or the Shiba Inu ecosystem, and they will probably be used for some future spin-off or function in the Shiba Inu ecosystem. So we know that XFund is going to be the oracle. Then next we have Synthetics, which we can see is a derivatives liquidity protocol. Now, I think this is going to be absolutely amazing if we get into some sort of derivatives market in ShibaSwap. But that's yet to be seen. And again, this is all my speculation. I'm not getting any information from any insiders or anything like that. I'm just reading through what these tokens actually represent and what the use cases are. But I think, if we do get into derivatives trading on ShibaSwap, as well as the regular swapping of tokens, this could be a huge provider for fees across the platform and for all of the investors involved. So next we're going to move to Meme token. We were able to verify, if you go over here and search meme, you'll see that a couple coins pop up. But what I was looking for when I'm trying to identify these is, one, it had to have the meme ticker symbol, and it had to have a use case that was compatible with the ecosystem for Shiba Inu. And I looked here and saw that, the volume is decent. The only other token that had meme as the ticker symbol that I could find was this one here, and you can see the volume is pretty much negligible, so we're not going to worry about that. And then I do believe Eric did confirm that this was the correct token. So this one is utilized for NFTs, so I think we may see some use case with this, with the incubator slash NFT platform that we're going to be seeing in ShibaSwap. Now, I am new to crypto myself, so I don't have a full grasp on the concepts of how each of these tokens will interplay with ShibaSwap. So if you want to ask questions along those lines, please ask them in the Discord channel, and hopefully Eric can answer some of your questions. But with that, we can see that we do have a use case here for NFTs, and so that's also a pair that can generate some significant bone tokens. So if you remember my last video about the bone production per $100, meme actually came out on top. And I've gotten a lot of questions as to why, so I want to scroll down here and show you this graph. So when the wolf paper version 1 was being put together, we can see that we were kind of at a all-time highs for the meme token. And moving into April here, we were still in the $2,000 range when the wolf paper was being put together. So obviously you can't predict the future, and if the pricing had remained up here, meme would be in the about the middle to semi bottom rung for bone production per $100. But as fate would have it, we're sitting around 440, 460, and with that, that increases the bone production per $100 quite significantly. So again, that's why I want to show you this, because the bone production is quite high, the highest one out of any pair for, dollar for dollar, not token for token, but dollar for dollar. So we're going to see probably a significant increase in some purchases here. But I wanted to show you that when the original plan was being put together and the APs, the allocation points for bone production, it was probably not foreseeable that the price was going to drop this hard. So, and with that, we'll move over to Unit Protocol Duck. And for this one, we will have a lending platform that could be incorporated into ShibaSwap. So it looks like we're going for a full financial market here, with the derivatives and loans being possible down the line. Now, I'm not saying these are going to happen right away. I'm not saying these are going to even happen in the next 2 years, but I do think these pairs give us hints or breadcrumbs to follow what the developers are thinking in regards to future functionality. Now, we also have the graph here, which is fairly well known. And again, this is, think of it as I believe I've heard it several times called as the Google for blockchain. So this is going to allow all kinds of decentralized applications to be produced and made. And the possibilities are fairly endless with this. So we're not going to get into too much here, but I do want to show you this interoperability here with, you can see the synthetics exchange that is also using the graph. So we've already got, in those pairs, we've already got some interoperability with these two here. So we may be looking at using the graph to utilize the data sets for a ShibaSwap derivatives exchange. Next, we're moving to the VXV, which is vector space AI. Now, once you're collecting all that data, you're going to need some way to process it or monitor it. And what better way to do that than with machine learning? So this is a machine learning protocol that can basically capture data sets and spit out whatever you've taught it to spit out. So I'm not super well versed in this type of technology, but machine learning is going to be very useful in the future. I'm not sure of the full functionality on a DeFi platform, but I would love for you all to educate me in the comments and let me know your thoughts on vector space and how that can play into not just reporting, but also what those data sets can be used for in a DeFi system. And lastly, we have Dojolon Mars. And this one I thought was originally going to be dropped from the Wolf paper, so I'm a little bit surprised to see it still there. I've gone through the website and honestly, I can't figure out a specific use case for this particular token. So I don't know exactly what it's here for. It says that there is a use case for it as a currency, but I mean, that's kind of a dime a dozen for a lot of the tokens out there. So again, they followed the path of Shiba Inu, and maybe this was developed alongside of Shiba Inu, half a step behind or a full step behind. But this has been locked into Uniswap. But as we can see, the volume is decent, but it's kind of flattened out quite significantly on its pricing. So again, I don't know quite what the use case is here, but if you all have any ideas on that, again, put them down in the comments, and I would love to be educated on this because I am learning this right alongside each of you. So with that, I hope this information has been useful running through these Newborn Pup Pools for the X Fund, SNX, Meme, GRT, Duck, VXV, and Elon. And with that, Archangel out.